Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video, let's talk about Mars conjunct Uranus in the composite chart or the Davison relationship chart, whichever you prefer. You guys have requested this one a lot, so let's get right into it. I essentially like this aspect because it really brings this electrifying energy into a relationship. Like a part of the purpose of your relationship, because the composite chart shows like the actual purpose of the relationship, the energy that we become together. Part of that for you guys, if you have this aspect in the composite chart, is to bring some new and shocking change into each other's lives. Now, Uranus can be interpreted quite negatively, for good reason, because it is shocking, and that can also show painful changes that we are not ready for. But in the case of this aspect, usually I feel like the changes that are brought about by this relationship are very important and healing and freeing for both people. So there's something about the way that you both combine in a relationship, whatever type of relationship this is, that brings a newness and a spark and a zest for life. Now, it also can bring anger and reactiveness and impulsiveness. Although the thing with this aspect is that it you don't let things stay inside. You're gonna get it out. You're gonna impulsively say what's been bothering you. You're gonna have the fight in most cases, unless Mars is also like opposing Saturn, or Mars Uranus are opposing Saturn or something. Usually things are going to be right out in the open with this aspect. So like it might appear to others that you guys have a more volatile relationship than you actually do, because that's just how you communicate, is you get it all out in the open. It might seem like you're barking at each other, but you're actually just expressing what is inside you that needs to be expressed. And so this can actually show that there's less conflict in a relationship because you are actually incapable of stuffing things down. Like you have to get it out with this aspect. So that's one aspect of it. Also, you can look to the house, and I don't use signs in the composite chart, but if you use the signs in the composite chart, you can also look to that, and you can see the area of life for both of you that is getting the new beginning, that is getting the energy of innovation, of primal, instinctive, impulsive action. So you can definitely look at the house there, or the sign if you use the sign, to really see like where this is happening for you, because that's going to be individual for the chart. If you have both people's birth times, you can get the house. But regardless of which house it is in, it does show a relationship that is very instinctual and very natural. You actually find it easy to be yourself with each other, and you probably are incapable of being anything else with each other because of how like primal this is. Now, Mars aspects in the composite chart, I was talking about this yesterday, can definitely show sexual energy. And it seems to coincide with that aspect being quite good, even if the aspects are hard. This could be considered a hard aspect, but a hard aspect where we are more compatible on a Mars level than some other aspects, because we have similar impulses in like how we go about doing things separately, and our Mars is actually kind of like combined more powerfully here than apart. So everything to do with sex, or everything to do with how we take on that project of the house that is activated here, is essentially more powerful than separate. So we do combine in a way that is Mars energy is more powerful and also more authentic, free, inspiring, maybe annoying to others. This is another one of these aspects that other people can take issue with your relationship to. It's funny how the composite chart can manifest in also like how other people see the relationship. So other people could see this relationship as very sporadic or intense or eccentric or rebellious in some way, and other people may take issue with it, and you probably won't care or subdue yourselves in any way, as you shouldn't, because of the opinions of a few haters or judgers, right? But that's an interesting manifestation of this one as well. You tend to be noticed as a couple or as a couple of people, whether you're romantic or not. You combine in a way that is quite strong. I mean, think about people with their natal Mars conjunct Uranus. It's like they walk into a room like, bull in a china shop energy, and they just do not give up, right? So it's like that energy in a relationship, which is quite exciting or exhilarating to see. It's like watching fireworks, and it's like, wow, you just don't know what they're going to do next, but it's amazing, and it's potentially shocking and pretty exciting. So that's how you can feel in this relationship, and that's also how other people can see the relationship, especially if Mars and Uranus are conjunct in like the 10th house or like the first house, like a more visible place. People are really going to be like shocked at you, sometimes triggered too. And like I said, you can trigger each other, but you trigger each other in a more open way where, yeah, like I said, you don't stuff it down. You let it out. You let out what's bothering you. You may appear to be fighting, but you are just clearing the air for the new energy to come in. So there is something very innovative about this partnership. You could be very creative together. You could actually get a lot done together, working on a project, starting a business, running a company, some type of collaborative effort. There really is a lot of energy for getting stuff done. Now, as a couple, it could just be, getting stuff done around the house in kind of an erratic, intense way. Or, in a friendship, it could be actually collaborating on some form of, like a business venture or something. And it's like your egos harmonize in a way that you can, accomplish more together than you would apart. So it's a good one to have, actually. I like this conjunction. It can be highly sexual and intense in that aspect, but it's also kind of like intense in an experimental way or like a innovative way where you may be, as a partnership in that aspect, kind of trying different things or being more open-minded in those kind of ways. So it's definitely a really nice one to see for like pure, authentic, primal action in a way that's like awakening for you or enlivening for you. It's a partnership that can be unforgettable. Now, this aspect alone doesn't show whether we are wholly compatible otherwise. So you'd have to look at the rest of the composite chart and the synastry, like if this is actually going to be long-term. Uranus never shows long-term, by the way. Uranus can show sporadic, fun flings, but yeah, you'll have to look for other things to see if this is going to be a long-term partnership. But if it is, it's never going to be boring, and you will probably get a lot done together, realize a lot about yourselves in just being yourselves, being true to yourselves, being true to your impulses. You're definitely a powerful force in the world together. So yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this one. If you have had it in your composite chart, what was it like for you? Was it like this? I'd love to hear about it. And thank you for watching, you guys. We'll talk soon.